Yeah, I saw it. I'm sure he knows what's going on, but can't disclose it.
They definitely know what's going on. They've been knowing. I've been looking at some of the declassified CIA documents, and from what I found, these kind of anomalies have presented themselves like every decade since the 40s, and maybe like further back than that, but the only thing I have found was in the 40s. I've seen a video where all of these little drones were coming out of the ocean, right? And then when they would go up like into the sky, they would sync together, like connect. Okay. And then they would send them down to like pick something up. So like 5 drones connected together turn into one. And then they're like picking up buckets or moving them. And it kind of makes me think about like, besides the Nephilim, like how all of the pyramids and stuff were built. And then I just seen another one where they're standing in like a suburb housing community and they're videoing the sky. There's this huge UFO that is flashing kind of like an orb or a portal. And then after it starts flashing, an old plane, like I think he said like 80s, 90s models, came out of the orb. And then there were tons of little drones coming out of the UFO. Like one big ship going over an area of land, releasing dozens of drones that can then sync together as one powerful drone later on. People keep screaming, aliens, 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 and it makes me wonder if they know what the biblical representation of an angel looks like. Because in all realness, what they call aliens is what our angels look like. But you notice when they depict angels to us the same way they depicted Jesus as a white man, these angels look human-like with wings, when in reality, that is not the case at all. Let's not forget the word plays and the creation of the English language that was then changed. Did you know the English language has the lowest vibrational frequency? So, like, if we say good morning to somebody, we're really kind of wishing mourning and grief upon them. But we don't think of it that way. We think we are blessing their morning. Kind of like the way that they taught us to think about aliens and angels. Oh, aliens are so scary. They're so evil. They're so da 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 da. Crazy, since our government has had contracts with the galactic and alliances, literally every country, and their leaders have known about this and been involved in this for decades. And then they give us this little holy picture of a human with wings to look like an angel. Don't be scared of them, those are good. But in reality, aliens are angels. And the wordplay on our language and the way that they have publicly, like on the news and throughout society, taught us to fear these beings kind of adds up. You know what I'm saying? If you see this, be scared. Run. Don't say nothing. Don't do nothing. But in reality, these aliens are angels. I have a video on it somewhere that I did a while back. I'm going to have to show you. I know that you know, but I don't think everybody else knows. Like, end times, the return of Christ, Revelations, the rapture, all these things. They're seeing aliens, right? UFOs. And I'm curious if they know what, like, chariots of fire mean. You know what I'm saying? Because the Bible is not literal. Chariots of fire most certainly could mean a UFO, a plane, a something. And then, you know what else I was thinking about? How we talk about, like, Jesus was born of a virgin, immaculate conception. Why do they never talk about Jesus's grandmother also had an immaculate conception? Because to me, those things kind of sound like in vitro, like IVF, like fertility treatments. Or all of those years of Jesus's life, Yeshua's, that was unaccounted for. Where was he? Now, I know a lot of people believe he went to Egypt and he studied under the Dalai Lama and several other things. But is it possible that during those missing years, his story turned similar to Enoch? Now, the Bible tells us that Enoch walked so closely with God that he did not have to die. He went straight to heaven. But in the book of Enoch, it tells us that his departure was planned. Him returning was planned. There's just a lot to tie together, but also don't forget on Christmas Eve, the Vatican is going to be opening several portals or like tombstones or whatever. There's just so many things that all tie together in this, and it's unfortunate that most of our citizens don't realize that our government is corrupt and has been elbow deep in this shit for decades. It's time to get right with the Lord, because the time is near.